Hi.
Huh.
Hello, we're live now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Folks, continue your housekeeping, looking over your new spells and everything, while I give our lovely viewers a recap of what happened last session. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Dungeons & Dragons adventure. We are going to be playing some more of Shadows of the Dragon Queen, a Dragonlance adventure for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. I am your lovely DM, Ignatius Torlin. And with me are our intrepid adventurers. Can't use intrepid. That's someone else's catchphrase. I'll
Enterprising?
workshop it. Enterprising. I don't mean copyright. I just mean like that's what Brennan Lee Mulligan always says. Well, he says intrepid heroes. Point being, I'm not going to step on that man's coattails. Even though I really wish I could. I just want to play a game with him sometime. I want to play a game with him, and I want to make him mad at me. with some bullshit. In a good way. Anyways, here's the recap of what happened last time. Our brave adventurers had made their way to the town of Vogler to celebrate and mourn the life of their friend, Ispin Greenshield. In Ispin's will, he left his eponymous green shield to the party on the condition that they take part in the yearly reenactment of the Battle of High Hill that happens every year at the Kingfisher Festival. And the entirety of our last session was taking part in that reenactment, where, unbeknownst to them and the townsfolk, mayor, and good friend of Ispin Greenshield, leader of a mercenary company, that mercenary company had been infiltrated by some less than savory individuals, armed with nothing more than padded spears against the real steel and bloodlust of the Iron Regiment. Our heroes ended up becoming victorious and saving several lives in the process. However, the fact remains that they were, at this point, betrayed, and someone intended for a massacre to happen. So there is now mystery abound. What caused this infiltration into the Iron Regiment? Who is at fault for this? And what was the end goal of killing the people of Vogler? Its militia has been decimated. We will be returning into the action at High Hill as our adventurers are tending to the wounded and surrounded by the mayor. That's not the sound I want. Don't want train whistles. That's too happy. I'm sorry. The sound brought to you by Sirenscape. No, that was my bad. That was
Lovely
my
train
bad.
sounds, even when not meaning to. And yeah, tending to the wounded, good berries all around.
That's not what I wanted to have happen. That was super loud.
Whoop.
There we go. Yes, this is the song that I want for nerves. Good berries are being handed out. The mayor is there, as is the leader of the Iron Regiment, Cudgel.
All right.
And I need to open up my modules here. Should have had that earlier, but oops. How's everyone doing today?
Good.
Great.
Wonderful. Everyone's picked out their new spells?
I did select mine just before we had started. If you want to know it now, because I have to prepare mine, just like Edge does, right?
Yes, that is correct. You do have to do that.
Okay.
Because you leveled up, we're gonna like say y'all get a freebie rest for the start of this one.
There you go. I wanted to select a level 2 spell, Moonbeam.
Moonbeam.
It's evocation, but I want to know if that would be all right.
Let me just have a quick look. I don't even know what the heck Moonbeam is.
It sounds pretty rad, to be fair.
It's a fairy move.
Dazzling gleam.
Wait, you already have level 2 spells?
Yeah, full casters get their second level spells
have-
at this
yeah.
level.
Oh shit. Okay.
One of my other ones is a level 2, I think, also.
Yeah, you could have you're allowed to forget, or sorry, no, you're a
Slot 'em up.
holy caster, so you can do whatever.
Right. Yeah, because cleric stuff.
Silvery
Oh,
beam of pale
this would
light
be my
shines
first level
down a
2 spell.
5-foot
Yeah.
radius until the
Yep.
spell end. Dim light fills the cylinder. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time or starts its engulfing ghostly flames. Ooh, 2d10 radiant damage.
Right. So a con throw and then 2d10.
Nice. And then you can
Right.
move the beam on
They
each
can
of your
move into the
turns.
beam. If I could force one, if someone could force them into a beam, then that'd be even better, I think.
No, you can move the beam yourself
I can
on
move
each.
the beam during my action? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it says that.
Even
That's
better.
cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Why did I
I want
close that? I just opened it. Why did I close it?
Oh,
All right. Here we go. After the wounded have been tended to, Mayor Raven and Becklin urge everyone to return to Vogler to organize a proper response. Mayor Raven looks to all of you and says, "If you wouldn't mind, I would like you to escort the villagers home safely in case of any further threats. Can I entrust this to you?"
Of course, Mayor.
Yep.
All right then.
Are we back to full health?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was in pretty rough shape.
Right. Yeah. We just kept you from the brink, I think.
Yeah. I was broken like an egg.
I was gonna
That's
say
not
we
what I
didn't.
wanted.
The shell didn't crack just yet. Not completely.
Eggs
A
are
little more.
strong.
A little more hard boiled, maybe.
Yeah. Benedictine.
Okay, these puns are rotten.
No. Well, we're getting them out of the way early, right?
Yes.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Okay, so the return to Vogler is uneventful.
Nice.
As
Just
you
the way I
return,
like it.
you are asked to join kind of the town's leading bodies at the Brass Crab, while Darrett and other villagers help to take care of the wounded. You were able to give them first aid, kind of get them so that they weren't in any sort of danger. But doing so, like doing more than that, would leave you without any stamina to fall back on should something else happen. So you kind of held back. The levity of this festival is abandoned as the worried locals seek refuge, milling about the village circle if they don't know how to help. And some people are just horrified as they see the wounded being brought back. The Brass Crab's owner, Yalm, had prepared the tavern's room for a night of celebration, but those plans are quickly abandoned when Mayor Raven shows up and explains what happened at High Hill.
Yikes.
She sits down and says, "Well, everyone, please take a seat. We need to discuss what we're going to be doing going forward here. Obviously, this is an unprecedented act. We have no justification for what's gone on here, but there was a little bit of things to address. I've asked some of our trusted villagers to help tend to the wounded and recover the bodies of the deceased from High Hill.
Mm.
Obviously, Cudgel was betrayed, but I need to understand why the Ironclad Regiment attacked us.
Mm.
We do have a captive, thanks to your quick thinking.
Mhm.
So we will need to interrogate him at some point after he wakes up and decide who is going to be the best to do such a thing.
Mhm.
We also need to know if there are other dangerous mercenaries afoot.
Yes.
These brigands infiltrated the Ironclad Regiment, but we don't know if they are just a small member of a larger force who are planning on attacking our village and taking everything that we have for their own.
Mhm. Too many unanswered questions, for sure.
And Raven then, Mayor Raven looks to you, Eggshell, you, Landrin,
Mhm.
and says, oh, and also you, Stripey. The three of you used magic. And that is something that is quite in rare supply these days, particularly the healing magic that you used to save the lives of several of my villagers. And for that, I am eternally grateful. I ask that we can depend on you and your literally extraordinary capabilities in the time to come.
Of course. It is my duty to preserve help.
And
Yeah.
and she smiles and says, "Thank you. That is just the sort of thing that I was hoping to hear." With that, I open the floor to others to come in. And at this point, Cudgel, Redomir, Cudgel, Iron Smile.
Mhm.
Really? You don't have the picture for her right there?
Uh,
That's okay.
Where's the cudgel?
Cudgel. And that doesn't give me it either.
Hmm.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Gotta go back to here. Not that one, nor this one. Not that guy. Not you, not you. Here we go. Here's a picture of Cudgel on the left.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Cudgel is the next one to take the floor. And she says, I've only got one concern right now. I need to discover the fate of the rest of my men. Once we get the interrogation of the captive underway, I'm going to be returning to my camp, and I'm going to make sure that there's not another rat in that group.
Hmm. She doesn't seem to have a problem with loyalty. Unto
At that,
herself.
she
I kind of whispered that to us. I'm not going to address her directly.
okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Mayor Raven then says, I would highly recommend everyone stay in the village tonight as we learn more. And Cudgel says, you're more than welcome to highly recommend whatever it is you wish to recommend, Mayor, but I will be ensuring the safety of my men, or at the very least, determining their trustworthiness.
Hmm.
If my mercenaries have been turned in one way or another, I will be determining that for myself.
Okay.
Based on the ones that we had to kill because they turned against us, do you know where they came from? Do you know where they got hired? Maybe there's some clues there.
Let me just have a quick look here.
Who was the half troll guy? I forgot him.
Oh, half ogre. His name was
Ogre,
Dragonlance.
yes.
Hmm.
And she says, well, some of them were recent hires. There were a few of them who have been with me for a while, not necessarily too terribly long, but the most recent ones are certainly the ones that we were fighting, at the very least, were certainly ones who were less loyal to the name and more loyal to their coin, I guess, in the end.
Something about this isn't quite sitting right with me.
Are you saying this out loud, or are you just like saying like this is something that's going on with your character?
I'm kind of concerned with my character because he'd be concerned about why there was this threat of disloyalty and what would otherwise have been, a fairly organized group of people. So I feel like I'm maybe I can try to see through what she's saying, trying to explain who these oddballs were in her regimen or whatever it would have been.
You are gonna want to make me an insight check.
Okay. Let's try that. Okay, I got insight. Oh, that's with wisdom. Okay, I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. 13.
16.
16.
So what you make from that is Cudgel is... she's not giving you the runaround. She is truthfully horrified that her good name has been tied to this horrible act. And her mercenaries' name has been tied to this horrible act.
Mm-hmm.
And she truthfully has no idea.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Because, she's of the mind, she's a good employer.
Mm-hmm. She believes in her. Yeah.
She believes in her men. She believes in her caliber.
Right.
So...
okay, that's what I was aiming to discern for sure.
okay. So at this point,
I would probably, I would mention between us, or remind that there were the soldiers that were killed like on our way into town.
Oh,
is that-
yes.
Does that have anything to do with this? Kind of just like remind that to our group.
They weren't marked like the same type of men as the others, were they?
They
No, but
were
they were soldiers of this.
they were specifically knights of the same order as Becklin.
Oh, okay.
So same order, but they are unrelated to the Ironclad Regiment and unrelated to the militia. Totally different organizations.
Hmm.
And you did tell Becklin of that earlier.
Right.
I was going to ask, what are you folks' plans going to be? There is a. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna make this in character. The mayor is going to look to you all and say, what do you think your plans are going to be, going forward? I will need to see to the division of labor in this. Certainly, our militia has been decimated, and so hands will be stretched thin. If I could ask you to perhaps take part in the interrogation, I think that I can leave that in your capable hands.
Absolutely.
Obviously, since Cudgel is going to be leaving and trying to sort out her mercenaries.
We need to find out. We need to get to the bottom of this, and then we need to go
Mhm.
after whoever organized this.
Right. But we shouldn't leave. I don't know how much of this I should do in character. We shouldn't leave these people completely defenseless either.
Oh yeah, no, the captive is here in town, so you're not
Right.
leaving anywhere.
Yeah.
And
We do have to focus on getting some answers.
mhm.
So one of us will try to find out what they can from this prisoner.
I can
I don't
definitely play
know what
good
you
cop.
mean. Yeah.
Going to go do the interrogation then?
Yeah.
Hmm. Are you gonna do it alone?
It might be good for me to start.
Okay.
So is that okay? So would that be like one of their like persuasion skill or something like that, or intimidation or something like that?
It's
Maybe
there's
intimidation.
there's definitely going to be some role play and a check involved here.
Because whoever does it, I'm gonna help them.
Yeah,
Uh,
the reason that I was offering to go in as a good cop at first was because of my high persuasion and charm person spell and such such things out of
yeah,
character.
Yeah,
that sounds
that's
very useful. Hey, Jay.
Wait a second. You're an eloquence bard. Just a second here. Silver tongue. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't think I have my eloquent stuff on my sheet.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's because it's at this level you have silver tongue, so you treat your rolls as 10 minimum for your persuasion checks and deception checks, and you can also use your bardic inspiration as a nerf against an opponent rather than a buff for your friends. But yeah, no, point. My main point being, as a bard from the College of Eloquence, you're going to be very good at this.
Hmm.
But at the same time, Cudgel steps up and she says, I'm definitely gonna be taking a role in this here interrogation. You're more than welcome to ask some questions, but let me start off. And with that, Becklin steps out and brings the mercenary back in. There we go.
All right.
And the mercenary is sat down in a chair, still snoozing. Their chest and arms are bound by a fishing net and is snoozing away. Cudgel, however, steps up and rocks a gut punch right into them to wake him up. And he's just like, oh God. And he looks around and he's like, what happened? Did we win? And he looks and sees Cudgel and says, oh, I guess not. And
Not quite.
like Cudgel is a dwarf, right? And so she gets a step stool and grabs him by the lapels and gets right in his face. And is like, how dare you? I gave you good coin, and this is how you repay me. I swear to. And like she raises a hand to smack him again, and then takes a breath, steps away, crosses her arms. She says, for the purpose of the investigation, state your name. And he says, he says with like a little smirky laugh, Svilent Sunderlit.
Sunderlit?
Sunderlit. Sunderlit.
Sunderlit. I see. Okay.
And
You say the first name again?
Svilent? Svilent.
Filmed.
It's like svelte, but svilent.
A little bit of filmed in there. Yep.
That sounds made up.
There are 6 letters and one of them is a vowel.
Thanks.
That's
So
a
much-
valid Homestuck troll name. Trap.
Gee,
So, Svilmt.
old family name.
Zoom tight.
Now, Svilt, you really seem to have got yourself into a real pickle this time. You might need to lawyer up in this situation. I mean, I believe I can offer you my services, but I'm gonna need to know a little bit about what's going on here if I'm to defend you.
Nice.
He gives you the once over. He looks down at your boots and says, you're not a lawyer. No lawyer is gonna be wearing good scuffed adventurer's boots like that.
This is a backwater town, son. We don't have good boots around here.
Now, I may just be a
Where do you think you
old
are?
country hyper chicken. I'm sorry, I thought you was corn.
Just an old space hyperspace chicken. Right.
Wow, I'm offended by the bird jokes. Cancelled.
Out of character, is it nighttime?
It's not nighttime yet. It was afternoon. The fighting went on for a little bit. It's probably like 5 o'clock
Oh.
evening ish.
Damn, there went my really.
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
Anyway, Cudgel cuts in and she gets all up in the face again. Is like, "Where is the trigger?
yeah.
Combat man!"
Not messing around.
And like like Becklin kind of like steps in and like grabs her by the shoulders, pulls her back, and Cudgel like is like flailing in the air a little bit, and she steps back and she's sulking in the corner like, oh, she is heated.
Mhm.
She is too overwhelmed by anger
Mm.
at the moment, and she just says, I can't even look at this scum.
Wow.
I'm sorry, y'all need to take hold of this before I do something he won't live to regret.
I didn't know you city folk get so heated.
God, it's back.
You've doomed us all. Okay.
Okay. So maybe I'm an adventurer and not a small town lawyer, but you know, I mean, we're both adventurers. I mean, you're in it for the coin. I'm in it for the coin. You know, uh, we're on the same page here. You know, who's paying you more than Cudgel was paying you?
Hmm.
And you know, he kind of looks at you, looks at Cudgel. You can see he's like weighing options in his head a little bit. If I can get out of this with my life, sure, I'll talk. And Cudgel just says, "Oh, I'll let you keep that." And she's grumbling and she's like, "Maybe not much else though," etc., etc. Uh, but anyway, Svilt uh says, round about 4 days ago, Dragonlance, big half ogre guy. I assume you know who I'm talking about, considering I saw you before I went to sleep. He was wanting to kill Cudgel and take control of the Ironclad Regiment. And Cudgel like snorts and says, "Should have known it was him. Can't trust a half ogre as far as you can throw him."
Now, was he acting by himself? I don't know why I'm still semi doing like a country southern accent, but anyway,
Roll with it.
was he acting by himself, or was somebody paying him as well?
Well, that's the thing. Like I said, 4 days ago, he headed off into the woods west of our camp, and he returned with a considerable amount of gold. He hired off his most loyal mercenaries, which is to say, those that liked him more than Cudgel. And she's just like going off in the corner there for a second before she stops herself.
Mm.
Regonna's hired us to attack Vogler during the reenactment, and he was planning on raiding the town afterwards. I don't know how he ended up with all that gold, but it was enough to pay off basically everyone that was in that fight. A couple more who are still at camp there. And Cudgel snaps at that and goes forward, sticks a finger in his chest. I'm gonna need their names. And I swear to God, if you leave out any one of them. And he says, I know. Business end of your axe.
My character just sort of lowers his head a little bit and kind of shakes and goes, why they're always concerned about who has more of this, more of these metals they're taking out of the earth than the other.
Oh wait, sorry, wait a second here. I think I misread this.
Oh,
a few mercenaries remain at the camp, but the mercenary thinks that everyone at the camp is loyal to Cudgel. So yeah, everyone that Reconnaissance paid off came to the reenactment.
Reconnaissance paid them, and then they came to the reenactment. Okay.
Yeah. And he says,
probably keep a note about this somewhere.
Yeah, there's a note section. You can make one.
Okay, I think I will.
So that's the basic gist of it. That's what you get out from that excellent role playing and excellent. I'm gonna assume excellent charisma check. You just go ahead and roll persuasion for me. Stripey.
Ooh.
14, since you treat 8s as 10s. So with this, we've gained all the information we can. And Mayor Raven says, thank you. I think that will be enough for now. We'll keep him in guard in a shed nearby. Cudgel heads to the door and she says, well, I'm gonna go and verify this story. I'll be back by dawn. Promise you that. If I'm not, then obviously the mercenaries at my camp were not as loyal as he led me to believe.
Apparently not.
Mayor Raven says, I'm worried about this meeting that Dragonlance was in west of town. I don't want anyone to leave the village, but some local hunters I'll send out in the morning. That's a meaningful pause.
It is. I speak up. I'm like, we're not doing anything now. We can take a look.
Mayor Raven says, thank you, truly. I don't know what we would be doing without you all. You've been good friends to this village over the years. And somehow, some way, I'm sure we'll be making it up to you in years to come. I'll send Darrett with you as a guide.
Yeah.
And Darrett, like, you see him, like, he was like carrying a pail of water or something, and like he heard his name and he just like leans back, looks through the window into the crab, puts it down and runs in and says, what am I doing? Sorry? I'm gonna ask you to please guide the good adventurers into the woods west of here, and help them look around. Darrett says, "Oh, yeah, that sounds way better than boiling bandages. I'll do that certainly." And so we're going to move on to that section there. Darrett says, just give me a minute to get my things. I'll meet you up at the village gates."
Hey, is that prisoner still in this room?
He can be. But why?
I just want to do something stupid on the way out.
Okay, well, you're on the way out. Do it now.
On the way out.
Yeah, we're going investigating.
Are you going to kick him in the shin?
Nah, I get up in his face, like nose to nose. You ever see something like me before?
Once when I had some really bad mushrooms.
Well, that's because I'm from the Feywild. And you know what? You better behave, or I'll eat you. I pet him on the head, smile, and walk away.
Perfect.
I'm not. All right. I like this.
I think Jay should have done the interrogation.
Maybe Jay should have.
I had a thing set up in my head where if the moon was out, because in moonlight, Buster's fur glows. So I was gonna do this whole thing where I fake channeling Fey magics by just saying gibberish in Fey while glowing.
Nice. Yeah.
There you go.
Quite the right time of day. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's something to hang on.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Darrett's going to go grab his things. Is there anything that you folks want to do just quickly ahead of time to prepare for the way out? Gilb, you're probably going to go grab your bow.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want that thing.
Gilb,
2 sessions without my bow.
But Mom, it's just my bow.
But yeah, we should probably just go get like all of our stuff.
Yeah.
I review all of my things and then, offer just a short prayer to the forest that we're about to enter and hopefully not desecrate too much in pursuit of what we're doing.
Perfect. All right, so here's what's gonna happen. You get all set up and ready to go. Darrett meets up. He's got his sword at his waist, and he's just super stoked. He says, "Oh man, oh this is great. I can't believe I'm going to be going on like I get it. This is just like a little investigation thing, but you guys are village legends, man."
We're just going where we're needed.
That's great, kid. Don't get cocky.
Okay, I'm really sorry. I feel bad, but like, where are we? Because like I miss like. Like we're gonna go investigate what?
You're going to investigate the woods west of the village.
Okay, where like the mercenaries were.
With the money, or
yeah, where Dragonlance went to get the money, basically.
Okay,
Why is this
perfect.
so quiet?
things out there he came back for money with.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Out of character, DM, sir.
Mhm.
I realize that I forgot to take into account the whole glowing bit when I did my equipment. Can I be I need a cloak or something to hide the sparkle.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Like, I figure you sparkle, but you're not like a disco ball.
I can be.
Maybe you can be. But yeah, you can have a cloak. It's fine.
Okay.
So, you are heading out to the woods west of Vogler, and you head out into the woods. Takes about an hour. Can I have a survival check from everybody?
Okay. I'm ready to survive.
I die instantly.
Me too.
Well, that's not quite what survival's about.
Ooh, 18. Really good modifier for this.
Excellent. So, with help from... Oh my god, why does this thing get so loud at this bit here? With some help from Landrin, he knows his way around woods. You, within the hour, find some strange tracks. Some of them are boot prints. Others appear to be clawed and just kind of odd in a way that you can't identify. Like, they're not like... The closest you could think would be like if Kilb was like 5 times as big and wasn't wearing boots.
Yeah, I'll like walk up and put my foot like in the footprint.
Oh
It's
yeah, and
kind of like a representation.
I love the Lion King.
Seems like one of your big brothers.
The tracks wind north through the woods, and you spend some time, probably about... You're following the tracks, so you're taking your time. It is dark now. Kilb, you take advantage of being in your element to lead the group.
Nice.
And you go from the woods into rugged hills. In a valley, you see that the woods give way to a ledge overlooking a shadowy valley. And in the distance, dozens and dozens of low fires illuminate hundreds of red tents. Among them moves the patrols of shadowy human-like figures. There are over 1,000 bodies occupying this camp. An entire army.
Jeez. Wasn't expecting this.
Human-like, so not lizard-like. Would they match the footprints? Do we see anything like that?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, it just happened to tilt over.
Oh.
Dang.
Facial awareness of bricks.
Plus, it's open also, so. Oof.
Wow.
Wow.
It's a little foggy from up here.
Yeah, basically. You can see, like, you can't tell from this distance.
How far away?
They're humanoid, I guess, though. They're bipedal, or
Humanoid, bipedal, yeah.
you should be able to see that. Yeah.
Like, how far away are we?
Like, you're at the top of the ledge, and there's a shadowy valley, so, like, you're hundreds of feet away.
Okay.
Well, This looks like if one of us would be brave enough to possibly try to scout and get a little closer to see what's going on here.
Kind of thinking that as well.
You could. I did mention that there are patrols, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
They
take
are
patrol.
actively patrolling. So
Okay. And that's covering, well, from as much as we can see right now.
yeah, from this vantage point, I'll let's see, what would this be for like a tactics check here? I'm gonna call this a wisdom check, and let's say
Investigation?
those in
No.
no, it would definitely be a wisdom check. I'm gonna call it like for tactics, I'll call it either athletics or history. If you have those skills, just add your modifier to those.
I have history here. +4.
It's not gonna work for me.
Oop.
Oh, there we go.
Fail.
All right,
All right.
eggshell, my friend. What you see before you is not just an army. You see a good army. You see a good army that has proper supply lines. You see, like, you activate your like fighting brain,
Mm.
and you know that there's no way to get in close without being spotted in this situation,
Mm.
short of turning invisible
Right.
and
Okay.
being very lucky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like this doesn't seem like there's any way to get any closer. Like I'm very, very confident.
Yeah,
Okay.
This would be suicide.
we should head back and report what we.
Right.
Yeah, we need to get out of here
We're
before
thinking I
we're
can
spotted.
just turn into a squirrel or something and just look good, but something will happen.
Mm. What if they're hungry for squirrel though?
That's
Okay,
true.
hang on. I did forget. You
Wow.
could turn into a spider.
Yes.
Hmm.
Spider time. Because I can climb and still have good enough vision to get a better idea of what's going on, but I would still have fairly limited knowledge because of my size and everything else, I guess.
Yeah,
How long would it take him to get there?
If I remember it can move pretty fast, and I think I could be in and out in what, like a dozen or so turns game time, something like that.
yeah.
Maybe
So
Can we
if
throw
you're
you?
Have you thrown a spider before? It doesn't work like you think.
well,
Better
those
not an
spiders
arrow.
also aren't trying to.
So tumbling
Okay,
into,
if you shoot an arrow, they're definitely gonna notice that.
Into a tree.
I'll notice.
They'll notice that. That'll make a thunk
throwing at
sound.
the biggest tree you can see.
Look, what's gonna happen here is he's gonna make a little web parachute, kind of glide on in.
Right. I'll have it ready to deploy as soon as I collide with the tree. No, I'm not going to do that. I'll just crawl to the tree and look and see what I can do. So they're not going to
Yeah.
detect the spider.
Wild shape into spider form. Absolutely.
Insert animorph sound here.
Yeah, and you just like you anamorph and you scuttle your way over, and I'm not gonna make you do a stealth check or anything like that. You just kind of, as a spider, you get in there, and it's dark. And this is the information that you can gain from getting up close there.
Okay.
The soldiers are a mix of humans and hooded figures. These hooded figures have wings and reptilian features.
Huh.
Just like those strange things you fought on the way into Vogler.
Okay. Seems good. I'll bring that information back to the group.
All right then. You get in, you get out, you use your innate wisdom to realize, okay, I've figured out the best I can without causing any problems.
Hmm.
Head back to your friends. Darrett is like sitting there with his hands over his mouth. He's like, can't believe I just saw you turn into a spider.
Yeah, did
Oh no,
anyone
it's
know he could
pretty
do that?
cool. I don't do it very often. You
Yeah.
should be extra excited to see it. I don't
He's
know.
been able to do it since level 2.
Since level 2, exactly.
Stick with us, you'll see all kinds of cool crap. But right now, I think we need to get back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, the scouting mission was an unparalleled success. You did this without running into any combat.
Yeah.
There is the information that you've learned, and the information you'll be passing on to the mayor is that there is a significant military force camped several miles northwest of the village. They are well organized with vigilant patrols, and the soldiers are a mix of humans and reptilian featured creatures, but they're not dragonborn because they have wings.
Hmm. So what would Dragonborn and humans be doing all in one camp?
Not dragon.
They're not dragonborn.
Oh,
Specifically.
well then, they just have Dragonborn. They have dragon features. But
Dragon features.
I couldn't tell anything beyond that. Because they were hooded, you said.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going from that straight to the. We're in a room with.
Yeah, it takes you like you walk back, you get a little bit of sleep partway through the night, and you come back in the early morning. And so you return, and Mayor Raven looks like she hasn't gotten any sleep at all, basically. Is in the Brass Crab with Becklin. When she sees you return safely, she says, "Oh, thank goodness. I'm glad to see that you're back. Did you find anything out? What do you have to report?"
Oh, well, they have like 1,000 various warriors ready to strike. It's generally not good news. Also, you remember this thing, and I pull out that chunk of the dragon thing that had the marking on it. A lot of these guys in there with them.
Becklin looks at that, and her brows furrow, and Mayor Raven is just aghast. 1,000? A 1,000?
At least.
That's an army. Even if we hadn't lost almost our entire militia, we wouldn't have stood a chance. We can barely handle a few raiders at this point. Mayor Raven is not taking the news well. Part of it could be the lack of sleep, certainly. But she looks to Yalm and says, "Throw that decaf shit out. I need caffeine." And Yalm is like, "Alrighty, Mayor." No, wait, that was Lady. Right, it was Lady Smoker's voice. Yalm says, "Alrighty, Mayor, you got that, but you got it. We're gonna make an espresso out of this." And Mayor Raven says, "I need you to understand. An espresso will not do. I need you to boil the shit out of it until it's concentrated caffeine, and then add that to the espresso. And Yalm says, "All right then. It's one of those days." And she gets to it, and there is a terrible smell that fills the air.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
This-
gotta let it smell
Awesome.
burnt coffee grounds.
What have you done to this poor plant?
Was that coughing or sobbing?
I don't know. Maybe a mix of both.
A little bit of both. Perfect. I love it. Well, Raven accepts her horrid drink, and she downs it straight. And like, there's not even a shiver of emotion on her face until her foot stomps down on the ground. And she says, "All right. My initial reaction is to draft a letter to the commander of this camp and declare neutrality in all conflicts, figure out what their intention is, and welcome them to meet with me. However, I'm willing to at least hear other potential options about this threat. Do you have any advice? This is an overwhelming force that we cannot possibly stand against."
Hmm.
I kind of look at Becklin, and then back to the mayor. I'm gonna say evacuation.
And before we can get any farther on this subject, I will keep evacuation in mind. Cudgel Iron Smite returns with Humanman in her retinue. She enters with this gentleman and says, "Well, the good news is, it seems as though the mercenaries that were left behind were in fact loyal to me. Lost the accent somewhere around there. That's not the right one either."
I mean, this guy looks potentially Australian.
See,
Yeah.
it's either Australian or Kennedy.
It originally became Australian, and then I went into Kennedy because I was frustrated.
Still worked.
I was doing a southern drawl for this one. Cudgel says, "I believe that Jaye and the rest of my troops are loyal to me. They could have easily overpowered me if they were not. When I made it back to the camp, Jaye and the other mercenaries in the camp had heard of the events at High Hill. There were several soldiers who were loyal to Gregonis that didn't participate in the reenactment, tied up nicely for me on my return. Jayev here is the lieutenant of my scouts, and they came across a large military to the northwest of the village. It was no mere mercenary band.
No, sir.
And so that's the same group that you all came across.
And yeah, whatever are they there for?
Well, that's the problem. We don't rightly know now, do we?
No, we rightly don't.
Now,
I would say evacuation would make the most sense. There really isn't a whole lot to stand up to that. What does he think about that, I wonder?
JF?
Yeah. Should we just skip town and hope for the best?
Jaye says, I will defer to Cudgel on this.
Ooh.
Huh.
What?
I don't think any of us were expecting that.
Right.
I don't know. I open my mouth and voices come out sometimes.
Yeah, fair.
Oh yeah.
I need another thing to start playing.
Mm.
But I don't think Busy Day on the Rails will work.
Keep coming back to the rails.
There's a bustling city of Vulgar and its railway next to the docks.
Grand Central Station, apparently.
Village sounds. Here we go.
There we go.
There's a train.
There it is.
Okay.
The sound of Vogler.
Okay, you know what? It's not a train. It's a really weird sounding
Steamboat.
boat. There you go.
Yeah,
Steamboat Willie.
just boats
Don't sue us.
gliding up and down the shoreline, if there is one.
There is one. There's a river. Your friend's
Right.
corpse got tossed in that river.
Oh, that's right. That.
Okay, so you have the ears of the leaders of the village,
Mm.
and two of you have suggested evacuation.
Mm. I can't practically think of anything else.
The mayor says, I will do anything to keep my people safe, but I cannot make a decision until I have more information.
Hmm.
Cudgel says, well, I am responsible, if not in deed, in permission for everything that happened at High Hill. Mayor, you have the complete support of the Ironclad Regiment for whatever your decision ends up being in the end. Personally, with the state of affairs, I believe that peaceful response is a good one, but one backed by the spears of my men, if need be.
If we're talking about evacuation, where would we even go with these people?
And before you can reach that point, who would enter but Lord Baccharis? You know him not by face, but you know him by name. Because hang on a second, where the hell did this guy go? You've met his son, who shares his name. He was the douchebag who was saying that you weren't telling the story right.
Yeah, I remember.
Introduced in chapter 4? That doesn't sound right.
Hmm.
Oh well.
I swear I'm hearing like 3 languages background sound. Very
Could be.
strange.
It is a nexus.
Anyway.
Of civilization. Right.
Anyway, Baccharis shows up, and he says, Mayor, I cannot believe that you would have a meeting without inviting myself. I, after all, am Lord. And obviously the mayor is quite annoyed. She lets it show on her face, but she doesn't say it in her words so much. She says, yes, Lord Bacaris. Certainly, we will take your suggestions into account. Please, what do you suggest with the what do you suggest with the current state of affairs? And Lord Bacaris, he thinks for a moment, and he says, well, obviously, with this dreadful state of affairs, we will need first to yes, clean out the hill. That should be our first thing to take care of. And you realize that he has no idea of anything that's going on. But Mayor Raven says, yes, I'm glad we agree. That was, in fact, the first thing that we did was remove the bodies from the hill. And Becklin speaks now and says, I've heard of strange armies in the east. And now there's a strange army close to my home. This is certainly going to be my role here, is to play the pessimist in the room, as I'm certainly the most experienced military leader here. Therefore, I think it falls to me when I say that if push does come to shove, our village would not survive an armed conflict. Evacuation, as has been suggested, is a possible solution, though we would also have to not fear perhaps, but be mindful of the intents of this army. If
I think
they
they're intended to overrun us.
if they want the town for themselves, and they can get it without a fight, that would likely be amenable to them. They would allow evacuation. However, if their goal is to pillage and slaughter, she pauses a moment.
Yeah.
Well, if that was the situation, there would be no hope of outrunning without some decisive action.
Yeah. They would probably keep pursuing the people if that's what they want.
And Mayor Raven, she sits and thinks for a moment. Lord Bacaris is he's here because he's insulted that he wasn't involved in this. He's giving suggestions that are obviously saying nothing about the safety of the village. He suggests ideas that require no effort on his part, but make him sound and feel and look important. Like, we need to gather the militia and have a show of force.
I just kind of start angrily thumping with foot.
Thumping.
Rabbit thumps.
Yeah, rabbit thumps.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
What would your lordship suggest our recently decimated militia do against an army of 1,000 or more? That is what we face.
Mm-hmm.
and he takes the moment and says, "Oh, that's right. I forget where I am sometimes. You are so provincial. Even at full strength, you wouldn't have 1,000 men. Back at my estates, I have personally 5,000 men, though those are in my estates, not here in my summer home."
Do you think you could get them for us?
Probably not.
Your estates then. Perhaps your lordship would be willing to house some of the population there, so heavily guarded as it is.
Ah,
Before we can go any farther in this, there is an interruption.
oh,
Your plans are derailed.
Oh.
Rain.
By the train. No.
It was coming.
A villager runs into the brass crab and says, Mayor, there's a messenger at the gates." And Mayor Raven stands up and she says, "I believe this will give us the information we need to make a proper decision." And she leaves and says, "Come with me." You head out
Okay.
to the river gate, and beneath the carvings of leaping fish that are etched into the open gates, you see a human in black and red scale mail sitting astride an armored warhorse. She holds out a rolled parchment and calls out, "Who among you speaks for this village?" And Raven steps up
Mm.
and says, "I do. I'm the mayor of this town." The messenger nods and reads, "People of Vogler, by the orders of Belafeon, the voice of Takesis, you will quarter the soldiers of the invincible Red Dragon army this night. Refuse and die."
Ooh. Very direct.
Wait, out of character, like
Mhm.
they're recruiting basically.
No, there's well, you wouldn't know this, Edge, but for the rest of you who in America, you have an amendment that states that your property cannot be seized by the military to be housed without due compensation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, like in times of war, soldiers would forcefully garrison themselves inside of other people's places. Like your house is now ours.
Mm.
Oh, they're annexing basically.
Occupying.
They're
Occupying.
okay.
Temporary occupation.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it also sounds like they would move along afterward.
Allow me to finish the whole statement that's being said here.
Oh yeah.
The messenger says, "You will prepare to be occupied by the Dragon Army troops this evening. None may leave the village."
Mm. Is that it?
Yep.
Okay. Dragon Army. That's what they refer to themselves as?
The Dragon Army. Yeah.
Okay.
The Red Dragon Army, pardon me.
The Red Dragon Army. Okay. Can any of us roll like I don't know what that would be. Like can we get anything from that from Red Dragon Army? Can we like roll something for that to try to remember or recall something maybe that was written down somewhere?
Well, let's see here. You
Uh,
already know about the symbol of Takesis. It's the
Mhm.
spiral that's on the messenger's armor. The greatest of the evil gods, known as the Dragon Queen. You saw this symbol on those things that turned to stone earlier in the very first very first game.
yeah.
First game.
Honestly, those of us from Kryn at hearing Takesis should probably be freaking out a bit. It's like being told Satan's back in town.
Yeah, a little
Okay,
bit.
yeah. So it's like instant recognition. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then that covers it.
Yeah, basically. And
Yeah. That sounds bad.
the mayor says, none may leave? What are your intentions? What are you planning on doing when you quarter here? And the messenger says nothing and turns to leave and simply says, "You have been told of the Dragon Queen's will." And she goes. Makes her way off. And if any of you are like going forward to try and stop her or anything, Mayor Raven says, "Stop. Please, we need to withdraw. We don't have the happiest news, but we have the information that we require now."
Yeah, well, at least we know what they want. Just to conquer, I guess.
So from this, you return back to the Brass Crab. Mayor Raven is pacing in the middle. She's holding her chin in her hand as she thinks silently. Becklin has her fingers laced, resting her forehead against it. Darrett seems nervous yet eager.
I'm gonna just lay the symbol of Takesis chunk that I have down on the table where it will stay because I'm kind of tired of carrying this thing around. And I just kind of stare over at Becklin. You were gonna tell us about this earlier.
Becklin breathes deep and has a little bit of a sigh. I don't know much of anything specific. I've heard stories of the East where there are great wars happening, strange armies. All I know is an occupying army quartering here will not. That's not a good thing. Raven stops her pacing and says, Be that as it may, I don't believe that there's any other choice. No option other than to do as the message demands and welcome the dragon army into Vogler. Cudgel steps up to that and says, with all due respect, Mayor, you would rather die than have the horrors of occupying forces set up in your town. Soon as they set up in here, there is nothing you can do. You won't be able to protect your people. You won't be able to protect anyone. And any fighting that happens to free your town is going to come at the loss of all the people in the town because they're going to be hostages.
Mm. Mm.
So, are you suggesting that we resist?
Just 1,000 warriors?
Not with our little group.
No, and I mean, like if we resist, we risk endangering the villagers and everyone in the
Well,
town.
it's possible that we could, I don't know, given the state of the town, how they would approach it, maybe there's a strategic way to even the odds a little bit if we try something that they won't expect.
I did have a thought, not on that, Landrin, but could we at least maybe get the women and children out using the river?
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't there be
And
like some boats that we can use to evacuate some people more at risk?
Construct some.
yep, uh,
Hmm.
Cudgel kind of nods at that, and she says, "That was kind of what I was thinking. I don't rightly reckon that we'd be able to manage to turn back an army of 1,000, but the Iron Regiment could definitely hold back an army of 1,000 long enough for some evacuation efforts.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all were coming to that conclusion before we were interrupted, anyways. I say that all this does is give the fighting people something to do."
Hmm.
Someone really got to sneak off to the Knights of Solamnia and some other groups to try to get some help in here too. It might take a while, but
I was say, do we have enough time if they're this close to the village?
not
Uh,
to save our hide right now, but somebody's gonna have to. I mean,
Maybe
any
as a
reinforcements, no matter how long it might take, it
contingent. Yeah.
might swing the future.
yeah,
Right.
Becklin breaks in here and she says, "One way or another, Vogler is lost to us today.
Mm.
Hmm.
The people
Some
have
of
already
some of
accepted
us,
it. Yeah.
it's not a matter of accepting it. It's a matter of there's no chance to resist fully. We could have a small group make a stand, lay down their lives so that those who are unable to fight can flee. Using the river is a good idea. We are a fishing village. There's certainly boats. I'm not sure if there are enough to evacuate everyone, though.
Hmm.
We would need to either there would need to be some preparations made. Anyways,
I kind of scratched my head. For as long as I've been here, I don't know where along the river could we send everybody. There should be a place they're evacuating to. Having our people just running around the wilds afterwards is not going to be good for anybody.
Isn't there another village further down the river somewhere? As somebody that spends all his time in the forest.
Yeah, basically. Well, the mayor says, I think that if evacuation is an angle we're going to take, the city of Kamlan, the city of Kalaman, would be our destination.
How far is that?
And she brings out the map and she points to where Kalaman is on it. We'd be using the river to get away from town. There would be some trekking through woods, but it's the best shot I think we would have.
Well, what do we got to do to make that happen then? That sounds like our only hope for some of the people in this town.
Roll me a history check, everybody.
All right. History. Yeah.
Oh, Landrin, you know this best.
Mm.
Hang on. Where is this? Where is this? Bup, 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 bup. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. So, Kalaman is the capital city of the province of Nightland that you are currently in.
Right.
It's a thriving trade city. It's known for strong walls, castle, harbor, and beacons. They're all from before the Cataclysm. And Kalaman has a significant military force to deter raiders. And actually, the city sits at the mouth of the river that you are right next to. It's 30 miles downriver.
Oh.
So you could just go straight on the river all the way down.
Okay.
Hmm.
So that seems to be a good place for the people to go and at least lay low, maybe blend into the population if they need to, if it takes a while.
Well, they don't need to blend into the population. If they're refugees, then
Oh, they'll just be taken in.
yeah.
Okay. Well then yeah, that's the most viable solution, isn't it? I say we help these folks get there.
All right then. At this point, Becklin also will say, or rather, Cudgel will say, now the one problem here is, seems like there are some soldiers that have been left at the gate to town. If we want to, hello, how's it going? Oh, we need something from Trip. Just give me 1 second here. Anyway, you need to. Point being, there's people that need to be taken care of so that you can get in there.
Okay.
Do you need a minute, Iggy?
Nope. I am okay, I think. Don't you worry about that. Just took 2 seconds. So yes, there are soldiers on the northeastern cliffs of. Why didn't you just have that?
Yeah, I
Should
pulled
you
the.
have that?
It's just under there in images.
Oh, okay then. You
Huh.
should have that then. Soldiers have been left to guard the village, make sure no one escapes. Right? They're at the gates. If you
Mhm.
want to get the mercenaries back into position, you're going to need to deal with those soldiers so that they don't run off and tattletale.
Right. Mhm.
uh, totally out of character here. But for trip's sake, we use Fantasy Grounds, which I like a lot more than Roll20. Because you just have really easy access to everything. Like entire reference manuals right there.
Yeah,
And
and only one person needs them.
yep, only the DM needs them, and everything is pretty much drag and drop, and actions are reduced to buttons, which take a lot of the math work out of it.
Yeah.
And even adjusting the math is easy, simple.
If you do consider it, on our video page, if you scroll down a little bit, there's an affiliate link. It would support us if you do.
Yeah. Use the
Yeah.
affiliate link. Definitely.
Use the affiliate link. The program is free to use. I think it's like a one-time purchase to have.
Well, there's two options.
Yeah, there's two options.
To host the game, you can get a monthly subscription, pay as you go, or pay a one-time fee for a license, and that's it.
And then you do have to buy the books, like you would
Yeah.
have to buy the books
Mhm.
in real life,
Yeah, and like you would.
and like you would in Roll20. So,
Yeah, it's a good package.
mm-hmm. And also, if you plan on DMing anything in the future, consider using Sirenscape. For example, you can have
Oh god,
trains. I present to you the music of Vogler. In happy times, anyways. It's not quite so happy right now.
Needs some work.
Needs a little bit of work. It's a sad place.
You should probably switch back to the sad place music
Should probably switch back to the sad place music.
and the sad trains.
Sad trains. Well, yeah, it's true. It's
All aboard the sad train.
train whistles in the countryside.
Maybe if the townsfolk are playing the happy music, it'll distract the soldiers so we can sneak up on them.
Possible.
Maybe.
So, just to recap, send people down the river to the capital, and we have to round up some enemy soldiers.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And we have some guards at the entrances to the village. Right?
Yes, they need to be taken care of if you want to get the Iron Regiment mercenaries in place in order to what's the word I'm looking for here? Hold off the enemies.
Right. So maybe some of us should support them while others are trying to control the rest of the situation.
You're suggesting splitting the party, my friend.
Never split.
That's
the
a
party.
bad idea.
Yeah, it might be, but I mean, we have to handle a lot here. I mean, we shouldn't discount it completely. Maybe.
Yeah, but
Have you considered a division of labor? Your party does something, and other NPCs do something else.
Cudgel.
Yeah,
Get Cudgel to do
yeah.
something.
I don't know, like how much. It's hard to get an idea of how much manpower we're kind of working with, but yeah.
You have enough that you guys can focus on one thing, and you can split things relatively okay. village. I need you to keep going.
Nice.
Okay. I punch the table. We'll take care of the stragglers.
All right.
All right, you're gonna take care of the soldiers who are keeping watch on things.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just give me 1 second.
Yep.
1 second.
And I guess since we're still talking preparations, then all of the villagers are able to have enough boats and enough supplies and everything else. Like there's no issue with any of that.
Getting enough boats is going to be a thing, but we gotta burn that bridge after we deal with the people on the cliffs.
Right. Okay.
So, just from staying in town, you can kind of pay attention to and like look at them, and you can see that there's some enemies up on the cliffs. Simple way to do it is to climb up the cliffs and sneak up on, or climb up the northeastern cliffs, sneak up on them that way. You could take a boat down river, land, and sneak back. The area atop the cliffs is wooded, but there's an open field below and behind the soldiers' position. It would be simple enough to scale the cliff walls. They're 30 feet high, but unless distracted, the soldiers are definitely going to notice anyone climbing the cliff.
Okay.
We probably
I
should.
I think we should. Yeah, we should use the river to our advantage.
Suggest in the river.
I don't think we shouldn't, or we should not take a boat because they need all the boats.
Oh, true.
I mean, boats aren't a one-use thing. They're not like tissue paper.
But don't they have
Like,
to?
You're gonna circle back.
Right.
Yeah, we're not staying in the field. We're knocking them out and then coming back.
Darrett has a suggestion, though.
All right.
What's up, kid?
Why don't we use the gnome flinger?
The what?
The what now?
The hula?
The gnome flinger.
Oh, I thought that's what you said.
Use smaller words, more descriptive words. Like, what is a gnome flinger?
More words. Yeah. Okay. Gnome flinger 2000X copyright fan.
What does it do?
Flings more than just gnomes. Come on.
I'm about to fling this kid.
Come on. I mean,
So wait,
like, I'll show you. It's easier.
it's a catapult.
It's a gnome flinger.
Right. Let's call a spade a spade.
I ready my glaive. Let's go.
Okay. So, Darrett takes you to Thornwall Keep. It's directly across from the Dragon Army soldiers' clipped-off vantage point. And on top of it, you can see the creation of the Tinker Gnome Fan, a people launching device called a Gnome Flinger. And I can't... Oh, this is terrible. Images, please tell me you're in here.
Oh, but yeah. Of all the images, that better be in there.
Gnome Flinger, no!
This fucking thing.
Google Gnome Flinger, please do.
Available this holiday season.
Is it in
Gnome.
the Sears catalog?
The Sears catalog.
Right?
Like you're old enough to
Gnome in
remember
every
a
home.
Sears catalog.
I believe me, I am.
He's older than I am.
The Kryn catalog?
The Crim catalog, yes.
I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can copy paste. OBS here. Yeah, okay, there it is.
Huh.
That's the
Okay.
gnome flinger,
That's definitely a gnome flinger.
right? Okay, so
Incredible.
Darrett shows you the gnome flinger, and he says, "We're gonna have to talk with Than, get his permission to use this thing for certain, but it'll work, right?"
When you say
Sure.
use,
Maybe Than will have an idea how we don't die on the other side.
Oh, it's fine. I mean, now that I think about it, it normally is used to fling people into the river.
I kind of put both hands on his shoulders. Darrett, sweet child. That is the
So
wrong
much-
way. Also, I am not a gnome. I don't know what I am, but I'm not a gnome. So, explain how this is a good idea.
It flings lots of things. It flings adults. Like, listen, it'll work. I don't know calculus. I'm but a simple villager.
I put my finger
Than,
over his lips. Have you been flung?
yes, that's why I suggested it.
yes, but have you been flung on ground?
Yeah, not into the river, but into an enemy camp.
Is there a mortality rate that comes with this that we can know about? How many survivors have there been?
All of them.
Oh, well, that is reassuring.
Kid goes first.
Meh.
All right.
Hey.
He's the smallest and the lightest, so he should technically get hurt the least.
I mean, technically, Kill was the smallest.
Oh, I thought you said killed.
He's a kid.
Oh, kid. Yeah, no, put the kid in there.
Yeah, because that kind of caught me. I was like, wait, did he say kill?
Oh, I thought he said kitty. And I was like, wait a minute.
The whole time I'm eyeing Kill, just wondering what it would look like to see him flung from it.
Hilarious.
Adorable. Hilaradorableness.
They're adorable, yeah.
Maybe Kill being flung could be the distraction, and then the rest of us could come up the other side.
Anyways, everyone gets to go talk to Than, and Than is stoked. It's like, oh, hell yeah, let's do it.
Right?
And Darrett brings up landing on land, not the river, and Than says, I've got these things called Nary Crashers.
Okay. We're
Is that
learning a
parachute?
lot of new words today.
I just kind of slowly face palm.
Appendix A.
It doesn't involve crashing, does it?
No, that's what the Nary means.
Nary Crashers.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that makes sense then.
So, the noble figure was designed to hurl creatures instead of projectiles at a high arc, and was designed in conjunction with the Nary Crasher to hasten transportation. It can hold one person at a time, but it can be loaded and aimed ahead of time. I'll be able to do the aiming and firing you all easily well. The Nary Crashers will work well. Perfectly, I should say. Just give me a second here.
Sounds like these things might involve a flavin or a glivin.
Flavin or a glivin.
Oh.
Oh, good lord.
Well, that looks very
looks-
safe.
Alex,
This
you'll just-
backpack-sized device holds a balloon-based parachute. If you follow wearing this device, use your reaction to deploy the parachute. Once deployed, it rapidly inflates and you descend 60 feet per round. Take no damage from falling. When you're 10 feet away from the ground, roll a d20. On a 5 or less, the parachute falls out and you fall normally. You would take negligible damage in that situation.
I gotta come out of the forest more often. These guys are too funny and crazy.
I don't see how any of this could go wrong.
You
At
can
all.
fly.
I mean,
Could be really fun. You don't
did
know
you
yet.
just assume my flight abilities as a bird?
No, you
Yes.
have a flight speed. I
Oh.
see it on your character sheet.
Eh,
Oh,
I do?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought it was like a level thing. I didn't think.
No, I mean,
No.
your species has
Your
flight.
species can
you have
fly.
a pretty much a set flight speed unless you're enchanted or something. I think.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I thought for sure. I thought like that I can fly.
Yeah, no, you can straight up fly. Landon,
Yeah.
why is your HP at 13? That's not right.
Oh, that might have been from the last time we fought. Let me fix that.
That, you know.
Oh yeah, why is that at 13?
That's because that's your max. That's not right.
I can't.
One second here.
Okay.
Did wild
D8.
shape over?
Well,
No.
while you're looking at that, I feel like I should. I'm not gonna do this in character. I could shift again into some kind of avian form to get around to the back of them if I need to.
You can't fly.
I can't fly.
You can't fly until like level
I thought I
10
could
or
do
something.
Well,
Nothing with a
wait,
flight speed or a
running
swim speed.
I can't do. I thought that it was.
Nope.
Was I wrong about that? Okay, so then
Yeah.
never mind. That takes it out completely. What I was going to do.
Okay, so you have 3d8s. So that's 8 plus a 5 plus a 5 is 18. Okay,
Right.
still not great.
More than 13 though. Thanks for that. So I could just be something else and then try to distract them a little bit or get them to chase me or
Allow me to cut to
there's
the chase here. You don't need to distract them by using this.
Oh. All right.
Yeah, I think seeing a bunch of balloons deploy in the air will be distraction enough.
That might be enough for him, huh? Okay. I can accept that.
Well, this looks like a lot of fun, actually. Death from above. Think of the stories that we could tell afterward about floating down and wiping out this band of spies. Let's do
Yeah.
it. I'm on board.
Could be
telling
real heroes.
stories through the straw we eat our meals with.
Indeed.
Alrighty then. So you're going to use the Gnome Flinger and the Nary Crashers to attack?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. Let's do it. Seems very safe. At least for me.
Okie
Right.
dokie then.
Nothing's took you out yet.
Everybody roll d20s for me. Just straight d20s.
Just a 20, huh? 7.
Buster, yours is the only one. Hang on, I need to roll for Darrett actually.
Of course.
Whoa.
Buster,
Darrett, man.
Buster, yours is literally the only one that has a failure at the end. But because you're used to jumping all the time, you're fine.
There you go.
And you have landed without causing any issues.
I walk over to Derek and punch him in the back of the head.
Ow, jeez.
100% success rate, huh?
Yeah. No mortalities.
He's got you
Oh.
there, Buster.
Right.
I like
just-
this kid.
I just kind of punched Neri crashing into oblivion. All right, let's get this over with.
All right. We're gonna go into combat here. They don't have a field for me to use. So I'm just gonna bring back the battle for High Hill
The high hill
section.
map, yeah.
Yeah, the High Hill map.
We don't have any generic maps from like.
Well,
Yeah, there's an idea.
there are some terrain elements in this too, anyway, that we could. Did you say there's some cliff sides and things like that, or is this all just going to be mostly on a field?
It is gonna be mostly in a field. Just give me a second here.
Okay.
Actually, you were right about the whole map thing, and maybe under images. Don't look under Gnome Flinger.
I think that would be under images, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
map.
I have a question.
What's the question?
Is it possible to? Well, no, it's too far away. We can't use the gnome flinger again at any point.
Correct.
Okay, that's it.
I mean, not for this.
It does seem kind of attached to the building. It's.
Right.
My goodness. This is...
My character's just secretly thought it was fun and wants to try it again.
Yeah, I can't find any just like big maps.
It might be under encounter.
No. This just gives me things to go into combat tracker.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, we're just gonna, for the sake of things, have this here. Y'all gonna be kind of like up around here. Actually, you all are gonna be down here. A fun little inverting of things. And y'all gonna be kind of all chilling around here. Alrighty then, everybody please roll initiative for me while I look at this.
Oh god.
Wow.
Nice.
Purple, you and I are right on point there.
Okay, everybody. I've got some terrible news for you all.
Oh?
Y'all rolled for shit on initiative.
Okay.
So everyone up here gets to move first. You've showed up and we have combat going. And like, hey you! What are you doing here? Okay, so your movement speed, oh my goodness. 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 15, 20, 25, 30. Posts up there, and he readies an action to attack anyone that comes within his range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25 there, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And you can see that they've all kind of moved forward and have posted up into defensive positions. They are ready to attack anyone that comes into range.
All right.
And Kilv, it's your turn now. Actually, you should be, like, here. There we go. On the right axes of things. The hell is this music?
It's some weird bit crushed.
Yeah.
I mean, Bugbear Battle 8-bit,
Yeah, just
but it's weird.
I don't know. Digging it.
Where's my character sheet?
That's exactly what I thought it would. All right. Are you trying to find your character sheet, Kilb?
Yeah.
You just click the shield next to your name in the combat tracker.
Or click your picture at the top of the screen.
Oh, okay. There we go. I was gonna see how much range I have.
Oh yeah, and Stripey, I meant to give you inspiration earlier for your good lawyer bit. Range on a longbow. Range on a longbow is 150 feet.
Okay.
600 feet if you take disadvantage, so you can get these guys real good.
Oh yeah, what time of day is it?
It's daytime now.
Oh, okay. Boo. And is that wall there?
No, wall's not there.
Okay. Help me determine my shot.
Gotta check that one.
In order for me to post up, I think I'm gonna move over in that direction.
Okay. 20 feet of movement to move there.
I guess I'll also ready it already.
Okay, so you're going to ready an action. What is it that you are going to be doing? I need you to tell me what it is that you're going to.
What am I looking
do
for?
Yeah. If then, what happens?
If one of them like attacks us, or if we like engage with them. Let's say like they readied an action, so if one of them like has a bow, I don't know if they've got bows or not.
They have swords.
They have swords?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if we attack one of them, then I'll shoot the attacker.
Are you just going to attack like the first one that is in melee range and you get pack tactics from?
Yes.
All right. Did you want to use your bonus action?
Hunter's mark. Well,
Hunter's
that's
mark?
not a bonus action. It is a bonus
Yeah, it
action.
is. Yeah, it is. Who are you gonna hit Hunter's mark on?
I guess the one that's kind of like out front.
Number 4. Alrighty.
Yes. I can't see who he is. Oh, if I click, there he is. Yeah, 4.
Yeah, number 4. Alrighty. Cool. You've got Hunter's mark on yourself. And whenever someone approaches Dragon Army number 4, you will attack him. Alright, cool. That is your ready to action. Remind me if I forget while I go through things. Landrin, it's your turn now.
Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. I want to move first. Here.
Move there.
Just yeah, maybe, and then a little bit to the left.
Yeah.
Like square. Okay. Yeah, like right there. And I'm gonna go for I'm going to cast Shillelagh, and I should be able to Thorn Whip in the same turn, right?
Yes. Shillelagh is a bonus action, and Thorn Whip is
That's
an action.
bonus. Yeah, I remember that from last time. Okay, so I'm going to cast Shillelagh on my staff, and then I will use Thorn Whip on the one that's two squares diagonally from me, closest to me here.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Alrighty.
All right.
Roll to hit.
I gotta. What to do for that again? Wait a minute. This one. No. Okay. Hang on, I forgot where I have to.
You've you need to click on
I
the melee +5.
Right. Came up. Ah, that sucks.
That's an 11. That's not gonna do it, my friend.
Nope. Man, I'm terrible with this thing.
Yeah,
All right.
it is what it is. You
Yep.
move, bonus action, and action. Excellent.
That's it. Yep.
Buster Fey Fist. It's your turn.
Yeah. I want to run this far.
Okay, that's 25 feet of movement.
Rabbit. Oh, there's no need to rabbit hop, is there? Do this?
There is no need to rabbit hop. You can just do that.
I'm just doing that then.
Alrighty.
Okay, I'm going to, I'm gonna disarming attack Dragon Soldier number 4.
Number 4. All right then.
Swing with glaive.
Swing with the glaive. That's your damage, not to hit.
Alright. Ah, son of a...
That's a
Hello?
swing and a miss, my dear.
Well, I'm an action surge.
All right, you action surge.
I'm gonna try that again.
That's a negative.
Well, okay.
Do you have to hit for that?
I mean, you would
Let me double check. Let me think, because maybe it's like it could be nice and say you use it only when you actually do a hit. I don't want the party sheet. Characters. Okay, yes, sorry. It is, in fact, when you hit is when you decide to make it a disarming strike.
Ah, okay.
So, you actually didn't use one of your superiority die. That's fine, though. You did not do any damage.
Yeah, I gathered. No.
But that's it for you, I think, now.
Yeah, I request new dice.
Does that activate my ready to action?
That does activate your ready to action. Would you like to use your cool Gloomstalker ability now? You have to use your cool Gloomstalker ability now.
Extra attack first turn, yeah.
Yeah.
do.
So do an attack first.
Right. Longbow.
That'll do.
Wait, what's the Gloomstalker thing?
Oh, that's his subclass. His subclass is Gloomstalker.
But like, what's going on? I'm
He
confused.
gets an extra attack on his first turn in combat. And if he hits with the extra attack, he does extra damage.
Okay.
All right, so you hit. Please roll damage. It's on you. Okay, your arrow rings true and it sticks through a point in the armor, but he's still looking pretty good. You get to roll a second time. $18. That will do it, won't it? But have a look-see. Dread Ambusher, you get that as well. Both a D8 on yourself and the D6 from Hunter's Mark.
Eat.
Roll damage. Oh.
Jeez.
So here's what you do, Kilb. You draw an arrow back with your bow. You let it fly to the wind, and you hit this man in the shoulder. You hit him there on purpose so that your second arrow would go immediately through his eye socket in his recoiling. You put your
Goodness.
Gloomstalker training to good work as he drops to the floor and starts to bleed out.
I kind of quickly look at the guy fall down, look back over at Kilb, and thumbs up.
And I give a smirk and a little nod towards him.
Alrighty, Stripey, it's your turn.
Okay, well, I'm gonna target the furthest guy, Dragon Army Soldier 3.
Number 3, alright.
I'm assuming that cart's not really there anyway.
Cart is not really there. He does not have any cover.
Okay. And I'm going to perform a postmodern atonal opera about Cthulhu or something, which will cause problems in this person's brain.
I'm gonna need you to tell me exactly what it is that you're doing.
Dissonant Whispers.
Dissonant Whispers, alright. Is that going to be cast as a first or second level spell?
Oh, let's do it second.
Second level
How
spell,
do I do that
excellent.
how do I make that happen on my thing?
I don't know how, other than to just say you pick up the damage and you click the right click to give yourself an extra d6. But this thing needs to do a wisdom saving throw. So, that's a failure. All right. So you're gonna go ahead and roll 4d6 psychic damage. Not bad at all. And it must immediately use its reaction to move away from you. But it doesn't have any speed yet, so he's just sitting there and he's like... Because he's terrified about the giant cat man. Eggshell.
Hello.
Mon ami.
Oui.
C'est ton turn.
It's my turn. So, well, I'm gonna move. This guy's dying. If I move here, I guess
Yep.
I can still hit number 2.
Absolutely you can.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna move there. And I'm gonna. All right, let's go. I'm gonna just do a normal swing of the sword.
a normal swing of the sword, please do.
Yes.
That'll hit.
Oh, yes.
Wait a second. I remembered that I forgot to fix a thing.
Oh.
Longsword is 1d8 damage.
Oh.
It's 1d10 if you two-hand it.
Okay, now it's 1d6, so I guess it's...
Yeah, I screwed it up at one point. Clear dice.
Whoop.
Here we go. Roll again for me. Fuck it, you take the higher one because I was the one who messed it up.
Slash.
Slash.
Slice.
Slice. You have done damage to this gentleman. He's looking okay though. He's fine. He's all right.
But basically, I have a chance to protect like both of these friends here, right?
You do because you're in 5 feet of them.
Okay, perfect. That's why I wanted
just,
to be.
I'm just saying, if you wanted to, you could divine smite.
Oh, on top of that,
Oh yeah.
like I could just decide like, okay, this was divine smite.
I think. Hang on a second. Maybe I'm telling you an untruth here. Paladin. Divine sense, no divine smite. Yeah, when you hit a creature with a melee weapon, you can expand a spell slot to do radiant damage in addition to the weapon's damage.
I'm so tempted. I think I will.
Excellent.
So
Roll the pew pew.
So it's 2d8s. 8.
Yeah, 2d8. Excellent.
There you go.
Oh yeah, now he's not looking good. Like you slice down across him and like it takes a second and then like a beam of light, just like Akmorn, just explodes out from under him and shoots up to the sky. And he's bloodied and burned, and he's like, "Argh!"
Yeah. Sick.
Soldier number 3 needs the damage manually applied, I guess.
Sorry, what? Soldier number 3?
I did 15 damage to him or something.
Oh, no, I put it on Soldier 2 on accident. My bad. Soldier 2 is just not, yeah, no, fixing it. Good catch. Cool. Now we're good to go. Soldier 1 is over here, and he's like, well, fuck. Also, at this point, I should say the messenger that was there before has hopped on her horse and has taken off.
Wait, where was the messenger? I didn't know the messenger was still there.
Yeah, I wasn't given it for combat. You're not allowed to attack her.
Okay.
Anyway, Dragon Soldier is just gonna come right up in here and bust a buster. Bustin' makes me feel good. So he's using a long sword. And he gets 2 attacks. And he's gonna do it with 2 hands? Does that make sense? 2 hands. I think it makes sense. To a hit. Oh, that's not gonna do anything. Okay, so he swings at you, Buster, and you parry one of his blows with a spin of your halberd,
Glaive.
but with your glaive. But he manages to get you across the shoulder on his return swing, and you are sliced into. But not only that, you also feel a burning pain as flame licks along the blade. And that's his turn. Dragon Soldier number 2 is not a fan of you, Eggshell. That's a hit. He's also attacking with 2 hands. You take damage as he slices across you, and the fire burns along the length of his blade as well. He gets a second attack.
Oh shit!
But that one misses.
Oh, nice.
Army Soldier number 3 is scared as shit. He's going to go 5, 10, 15. Draw a javelin, and he's going to throw his javelin at Landrin. He gets to do 2 javelin attacks.
Jeez. Okay.
He misses because of the spoops. And he misses because of the spoops twice. 2 javelins just hit on either side of you.
Okay.
This one is not having a good time. Kilb! It's your turn. I'm just gonna delete that guy. He's dead.
Okay.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Move a little bit more. So I get a clear shot. Shoot through allies. And... Oh, if that first person went down, Hunter's Mark reapplies to someone else, right?
Yes, you use your bonus action too, but you can do that.
Okay, that would be Soldier 2 then, and I will attack him.
Alrighty. Hunter's Mark is added.
No.
That is unfortunately a miss. So that's your movement, attack, and bonus action.
Yep.
That's it for you, my friend.
Bye-bye.
Landrin, it is your turn.
All right. So, I think what I want to try to do is, well, I need to think about this for a minute. I feel like I'm not going to do very much in combat, even though I have Shillelagh going, so I want to try to use one of my other spells now, in case I don't get the chance later.
What are you thinking?
Well, first I'm going to move, let's see. Think about there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there. Now, what I want to do is I want to cast Fog Cloud.
Okay, what are you wanting to do with Fog Cloud?
I wanted to cover, it says 120 feet range, but I could do less than that, obviously. Right?
Yeah, you make a 20-foot radius sphere within a range of 120 feet.
Oh, within the range of 120, it's a 20-foot sphere radius. Okay.
Yes.
So, what I want to do is pretty much put it around the one guy, Soldier 3, who's kind of retreating.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe create the sphere right around them, so that it's just on the edge of the two that are near Buster and Eggshell.
Okay.
and then just kind of encircle him with it.
Alrighty.
Right. Yeah.
20-foot
Trying to
radius.
describe it
sphere.
without being able to interact with it. Yeah.
Drawing mode. So 20 feet is 5, 10, 15. So you just want it like to stop there?
Yes. Yeah. That's exactly right.
All right then. So 5, 10, 15, 20.
And this will hopefully not only create confusion for them here, but kind of hopefully separate any reinforcements that might come along or whatever else.
Sure.
Because it lasts 1 hour, so unless a breeze comes through.
Yeah, so
A strong breeze, I should say.
5, 10, 15, 20. That goes all the way into the fray over on that side.
Okay.
But yeah, fog comes down and surrounds the area.
Nice.
That's your spell slot.
Right.
There's no cast button for it on your character sheet.
No.
No.
Okay.
So yeah, it's getting pretty foggy. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. That's my turn, I guess.
Not a problem. Buster, your turn.
I'm gonna swing at Soldier 1. No, no. I'm gonna focus on Soldier 2.
Swing and a miss, my friend.
Bonus action, second wind.
Alrighty, heal yourself. Perfect. Are you gonna do any movement?
Nah.
Alrighty,
Stay close to
Stripey,
me.
your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna get a little closer. Apparently I can go the whole way there.
Yeah.
Alright. And I assume they don't like that I just came into range.
Oh, their ready to actions are gone.
Okay. Well, I will attack number 1, I guess, with my rapier.
Okie dokie, go for a stabby stab. That'll hit. Roll damage. You get him through a like a soft part in the armor, and you stab right through the padding underneath. Eggshell, my friend, it is your turn.
So. I will. Can I do? Okay. Can I do lay on the hands and then like attack?
No,
Or is
lay
the-
on hands takes an action.
Okay. Shalala. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna try to finish off number 2 with a good old swing of the sword.
Yeah, that's a bold move for someone in missing range.
Missing range?
Yeah, you could roll and miss.
Oh. Yes. I mean, Oh, fuck.
I did say. That's a swing and a miss.
Shoot.
Goddamn. All right. Well, that's it, I guess. That's my turn.
Yeah, that is your turn. All right, then. Dragon Soldier 1 has his back to, like, this fog and mist and stuff.
Yes.
And this Catman's just come up all up in his business. He's going to attack that Catman.
Ooh.
That's one miss. That's
Ooh.
two miss. All right. And that'll be his turn. Dragon Army Soldier 2 will take the disengage action to remove himself from combat without anyone causing any damage to him. And he's going to duck into the fog and take advantage of the obscuredness of this. And he just dashes 5. He just moves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet into the fog. Even though he did run past you, Landrin, the fog cloud is a heavily obscured area. You are not able to see him. So you cannot take an attack of opportunity. Also, he took the disengage action anyways.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Running through the fog.
Dragon Army Soldier number 3. He's still scared, so he's just going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He kind of reaches the edge of the fog there. And he'll actually take the dash action so he can move more distance and go 5, 10, 15 over there.
Oh, wow.
Kilb, it's your turn now. Yeah, you don't have to worry about the tree. The tree is open.
Okay.
See, look, I can close the tree and open the tree.
Oh, cool.
But let's see. You can see Dragon Army Soldier number 1. You cannot see Dragon Army Soldier number 2, but you can see number 3.
And C3. He is booking it.
He's an all-out swing.
He's scared.
I see. That's not a movement input yet. Soldier 1 is being taken care of. So I'm going to move up this way and try to shoot at the guy running 3.
He's shooting at number 3. All right, ignore this. I'm just moving that guy. Roll to hit. And sorry, remind me, who had thing on?
2.
It was number 2?
2 has. Yeah.
All right. Ooh. 14. That is a miss.
Dang.
Okay, and Landrin, it is now your turn.
Okay.
You are surrounded by fog.
And I am going to exit the fog, probably down this way. Although, I don't know. I don't want to be too far from the rest of the group. I feel like I should go to the side where everyone is.
You
So
can
I could
go
catch
any
up
which
with the one that
direction.
ran away, but I don't know if I'll catch him in time.
You have ranged moves, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You could get out and you could get him with a ranged attack, but if you want to go there instead, you totally can.
I think. Yeah, I may leave it to you, Purple. I think hopefully you can get him before he gets out. It won't. Well, wait. It will be his turn. Actually, never mind. Yeah, I want to go after this one. I'll go
Okay.
next to Soldier 1 and then Shillelagh.
Okay, you smack him with your stick.
Yeah.
Roll to hit.
Stick. Where is this thing? Oh wait, yeah, it's staff because it's bludgeoning and then
Yeah.
roll. No, that's damage. No, that. This one. Oh, that's great.
No, it is not. Unfortunately, that is a miss.
Jeez. Okay, I come stumbling out of the mist and I just sort of flail with my stick.
Alrighty then. Buster,
Get him,
it's
Buster.
your turn.
Oh god.
Okay.
That'll do it. That's a hit.
Cool.
There
Great.
it is.
I'm gonna. This is a Dragon Soldier 1. I want to do a. How does fainting attack work?
Oh, fainting attack, you gotta tell me ahead of time and you would give yourself advantage.
Oh, okay. Oh, never mind. Trip attack.
Trip attack. Cool. And I need to see this. So that's a strength save, DC 13. Yeah, nope, he's prone.
Right.
And go ahead and roll your damage now.
Yeah, damage.
Just with your glaive.
Yep.
He is dying. Well done.
Got him.
So by trip, I mean I took off his shin.
You hippity hoppity, his shins are now your property.
Oh, I used my movement action to go straight forward to the absolute maximum of my movement.
Straightforward.
Yeah, running after.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
So run
You've
into
already attacked?
Yep.
You could bunny hop.
I could. I will.
Okay.
Oh man.
You get an extra 10 feet from bunny hop?
Find the thing. Rabbit hop. That's lucky footwork. Rabbit hop. You can jump
5
a
times
number.
proficiency.
5 times proficiency.
Yes, 10 feet.
Yep, do it.
Boing.
Yep.
Excellent. Stripey, your turn.
Okay, well, I don't know what's going on with this this fog. I'm just gonna try to get a view around the other side because I see Kilb over there. Let's see, how far can I go? So I guess I'll go to there.
Okay, you go there, and as you move there, Dragon Army Soldier number 3 sees you come around the fog, and he's like, "Oh God, no, not again!"
And I'll say, yes, again.
Oh no!
And I'll do the same thing.
Oh God!
Yeah. Get him.
Okay.
Nope. Yeah, he's still scared. Is that gonna be level 2 again?
Yeah, I'm seeing if I can move this down to. Nope, I'm just creating more and more copies of the spell.
Yeah. So where are you trying to move it?
to the level 2 slot, but that's not working.
Yeah, no.
Well, there's 3, and then there's another one. What? That basically explodes his head.
That literally explodes his head. That is exactly what happens as you cast Dissonant Whispers on this man again, and he dies of fear.
Wow. Pretty badass.
Good job. Well done. Eggshell, it's your turn now.
Okay. So, if I want to run up to soldier number 2 because of that fog, can I still do it? Like, what's happening there? Like, can I do this?
You get an attack of opportunity. I think you just stand next to him. And you get a penalty for trying to attack him in the fog, probably?
Yes, in the fog, you will have disadvantage to attack him because you are blinded, and rather you're not blinded, but he's in an area of heavy obscurity.
Okay.
It's heavily obscured in there, so you roll with disadvantage to attack him. But yes, you absolutely can.
Okay. I will. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna swing.
Swing, bada.
Ah.
That's
No.
you're not gonna hit no matter what. So
No.
that's it.
No.
No.
Indeed.
It's this guy's turn. He tries to run, and he runs smack dab right into you, Buster. And he's going to just go ahead and disadvantage attack.
Oof.
That's a miss. Disadvantage attack again.
Oh, wow. That one.
Yeah, no, he's fucked. He can't do anything, but he is still in the fog. Kilb, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would know that guy's in there.
Here's how it works. Here's how it works. You know he's in the fog. And out of character, we know that he's actually right between these two characters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you able to see him right now?
No.
No.
Perfect. I have moved him to a random square. Pick a square. That's
I
where you
get what you're
fire your
doing.
arrow at.
Oh, I'm not saying I will attack. I'm just saying like in game, like I didn't see him go into the fog, so I don't know that anyone's in there.
Well, you were focused
No,
on
you-
the one.
Yeah.
You do, because you heard him try grunting and attacking and trying to attack Buster. So
Still, I don't think it's a good idea to just fire arrows into fog. I'm just saying I'll move over here and ready in action if a bad guy leaves the fog on the backside.
perfect.
Alright.
Yeah, if he comes into your line of sight, you will attack him.
Yes.
Okay, so he's back there. Landrin,
Yes.
your turn, my friend.
All right. Well, I definitely caused some fog, so I don't know what else to do at the moment. I'll probably move as far up this way as I can. 35, 25. Maybe right there.
You can
Is that
definitely
too
move
far?
there. Now here's the thing. Fog Cloud is a concentration spell. You can just stop concentrating and the fog will go away and you can attack him if you want. Without any disadvantage.
I could, but what if something happens after this guy's gone? I don't know.
I can tell you it won't. They didn't even give this like an actual fight.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, well then in that case, I think before I run off there, whatever, how do I cancel this? My movement?
I already moved you, so...
Oh. Well, yeah, I'll just say that I dissipated it. I broke the concentration on it, and then actually went up to him and tried for a swing. And then he's surrounded on 3 sides.
Okay. And you're going after him with the quarterstaff?
Yeah, it should still have Shillelagh on it, so
Yeah.
do that.
So you move there. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Here we go. Hey now.
That'll hit.
Alright. Smack.
Schmeck.
So that's damage. Bludgeoning. Okay.
You crack him over the head, and a dandelion grows out of his skull and feeds on his blood
Yes.
as he dies.
White for old.
Congratulations, you have won a combat.
I crouch down over the poor guy and kind of poke at the flower. Look at Landrin. Bit overkill, huh?
Actually, I think it's quite nice.
It's beautiful, but hey, you saw that horse right away during the battle, right? That's exactly what we were trying to avoid happening. We need to get back to the village and tell them to hurry the hell up, like now.
Yeah. Good idea.
Yeah. I pick the flower and hand it to him and start running towards town.
Here we go. I follow suit.
All right, you all head back into town. But I think this is a good spot for us to end for the evening. Because
Yep.
it's just about 8:30. We went over last time, so we probably want to end on time this time.
Yeah.
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 Good job, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We took the catapult and nobody got squished from it, and we won a battle.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I'll take care of all that outro stuff.
Okay.
There we go. Thanks everyone for joining us tonight. We'll be back next week with more D&D, and we'll be on tomorrow with Return to Monkey Island with Zombie Cat. Special thanks to all of our subscribers scrolling on screen right now. Couldn't do what we could do without your support. If you'd like to support the channel, please consider a subscription, or if you already have one, consider gifting one to a friend. It all helps. Follow us on Twitter and co-host and Mastodon.social at Team Retrobox, and check out our VODs on YouTube, also at Team Retrobox, and subscribe there as well. We need more subscribers to even get in on all that sweet Google money, which will help us out. Stick around for the raid. Let me just find who we're raiding. Oh, Kubrick's on. Raid Kubrick. Have a good night, everybody. Stay safe. We'll see you tomorrow with more Return to Monkey Island. Bye.